Good morning, and this is Dr. Jawahar Suriseti. I have a thing or two to say about the UN Happiness Report, uh, which was published on the International Day of Happiness, which is 20th of March. And I cast very serious aspersions on this report, not just because India is ranked 139 out of 149, but there are reasons why I cast my aspersions on this. The report says that the basis is primarily life after COVID, and the happiness of people was disrupted in the last year or so, and that's a very good basis to start with when the survey is done. But my question is this: when 60 to 70% of the vaccine production that is supplied to in the world is done by India, that means India is a great contributor to the cure or the reduction of COVID across the world to the extent of 60 to 70%. And to add to this, India has been a very generous partner to the disadvantaged countries by supplying them the COVID vaccine free of cost. So, two things. One, that since life after COVID is the reason how you have formulated this happiness index, India is a major factor, even as per the WHO, in the fight against COVID by not just manufacturing the vaccine but also taking care of its people in the best way possible, because the numbers in India, if they shoot up, the whole dimensions of the world of COVID change, and that India has well controlled. Secondly, generosity is a major component of this happiness index as specified by the UN, and the generosity of India is well known in the fact which I have already told, that it has given the vaccine free of cost to poor countries. So, as a big brother, it has played its role very well. Both these factors have been ignored, and if a country contributes to the happiness of the other country, I think that's a fact that needs to be understood and taken care and factored in the happiness index of that particular country. This is one point which I am saying again and again, because India's role has been very clear, even as per the UN and WHO both. Secondly, there are many indices that come out every year, and the performance of India has been good. Like the climate change performance index is 9th, startup ecosystem ranking we are 23rd, world competitiveness index we are 43, and world digital competitiveness index we are 44, and in terms of wealth creation we are number 6th in the world. So if these are all factors which have shown India in good light, and all these factors contribute to the well-being of the country, then why the happiness index does not commensurate with these indices is something that I am unable to understand. Because all these wealth creation, that means wealth is of course a source of happiness even as per the index. So if you are well off, you seem to be happy as per this index. I am not subscribing to that statement, but still it's an objective truth that is there in this index. Digital well-being is something that gives us happiness. Climate change, of course, is a factor of this happiness index, and so on. So, India's rank of 139 does not match with the other indices of the same year in the world, is something that I am casting my aspersions on. The third and last it's the last nail in the coffin. The world knows, many state heads have already said this, that there is a suspicion that the COVID virus uh, comes from China. And China has been alienated by the whole world because of this one big fact. In the sense that if life after COVID is the main reason or the anchor for this index, then China is the biggest factor which spoilt the year and happiness of many countries in the world, and it is ranked below 20. So, are we saying that by making other countries or the whole world unhappy, China is happy? And if we are factoring this in the happiness index by putting China below 20, then probably we are setting a wrong example by saying that people who make others unhappy and are themselves happy should be a part of the happiness index. So every nation would try and do the same thing. So it's setting a bad example. And I don't think that anybody who is an aggressor like China, which Tibet has already said, Hong Kong has already said, and all neighboring countries of China are fed up of this. And India also has said this many times in the UN, that China wants to usurp the land of many countries. So this aggression, I don't think anybody who is an aggressor can be happy. So this is one doubt that I have, that how is China in the top 20 when it is the main reason that why we are talking of COVID in the world and the unhappiness that it has caused in the past year for the whole world. We have lived in turmoil in the whole world, lockdowns, everything. And if China is a reason for that, even if there is a suspicion, there is no reason for it to be too happy. Pakistan is another country which is ranked above India, and it is supposed to be a rogue state where terrorism originates. Again, putting it on before India, or if Indian people are, or a part of India which is Kashmir, is not very happy because of the terrorists from Pakistan infiltrating, then how can you say that Pakistan is happy? So my simple submission is this, that there are many factors which knowingly or unknowingly have not been considered in the happiness index. And they are major factors. Somebody who is causing sadness to the world by spreading the virus or spreading terrorism is ranked higher. Somebody who spreads happiness in the world by donating vaccines or providing vaccines to the whole world is ranked lower, is a factor that needs consideration. I don't think there is any reason why we should omit this. There are many countries which would subscribe to my view. There are many other issues which need to be raised. It's a process of evolution, I can understand, but the happiness index needs to factor internal happiness of people. Why I am saying this is, like China, we all know that it's not a democracy, and we value democracy. And the people are not free there to speak their minds out. The media is not free. This is a known fact. And if a survey is done by Gallup or whoever does it, how do you expect that people will freely express their views and say that we are happy, and it being placed too high on the happiness index when people do not have voices? How do you know that these people who have given the survey have not been forced to say this? So I think there are factors we should need to seriously look into it. Happy, which comprises of HAP, which is happiness, and PEA, which is peace. We wish to come up with an index by the end of this year, which will transparently, without any favor to any countries, without any implication which might cause suspicion, we want to come up with an index which for the world, which factors not just external happiness based on the expression of people, but we have tried to develop a methodology wherein we try to find the well-being and happiness of people, and we wish to come out with a ranking of the world by the end of this year. So happy participating. Thank you, Dr. Jawar, signing off.